Boop. What's up, everyone on YouTube? We're back to another installment of C&Jsportscast. I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Chris.
And we're talking NBA trade rumors today. One rumor in particular. A couple of rumors. So before we get into that, we're going to start off with our trivia. Get your brains stirring. This one will be a tough one. I don't think people will get this one. So the question is, which team holds the record for the most points scored in a single season? I feel like
It don't sound too hard.
it sounds obvious, but it's not one that you would guess.
So it sounds obvious, but it's not obvious.
No.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's kind of a hint.
So if it's not that obvious, that means it got to be a team that that's not now.
Yes.
All right.
Yep. So today, it's the off season in the NBA, so trade rumors are flying around.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we have Kyrie and Russell Westbrook, which Kyrie has gone back and forth on. I've heard he doesn't want to leave Brooklyn.
Then again, he's
And
leaving.
he definitely wants to leave Brooklyn.
Make up your mind.
And no one knows. I feel like you can't. He'll tell you one thing and then go back on it, right? Like you can't.
Yeah.
You can't really know what's going to happen until it happens. So, biggest update lately is blockbuster trade. So, Kyrie would go to the Lakers to be LeBron's teammate again.
And join AD.
Join AD. Hopefully he can be healthy.
Yeah. Well, he better be healthy. And I don't know. Do you think they're gonna pick up Dwight Howard again?
If he doesn't want too much money, I think it would be worth it.
We'll see.
It all depends on the price. I feel like that's what it comes down to now, is how much money are they asking for.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily the talent level. You know how talented they are. It's how much money are they going to be wanting.
Well, that's a factor. Okay. And if this trade actually does happen.
Oh wait, but Russell Westbrook also leaves and goes to the Spurs. I don't know who the Spurs.
I don't know who's on the Spurs. I haven't really watched the Spurs recently because
the Spurs have to give something to LA. So maybe draft picks.
Yeah, I think it's they're giving them 2 draft picks.
2 draft picks for
a first and a second, or
that's a fair price, I guess.
Or 2 first rounds.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What were you talking about?
No, I was just talking about the Spurs roster. I don't know who's on there.
Oh yeah, I know Popovich is a coach still.
But yeah,
right?
And he ain't going nowhere no time soon. He gonna end up dying the coach.
Yeah, I just know he's really old, so I wasn't sure if he was.
I think basketball is his thing, like his love language. At this point,
love language is basketball.
Yeah. Get down on that court, you gotta play me for your heart.
All his wife has to do is shoot some hoops with him.
Mm-hmm.
She loves him.
Yeah. At this point, sure, he might as well just marry. He probably did marry a female basketball player. Who knows?
Did he? Oh. Something to look up, I guess.
Never seen her.
So the Spurs I think the Spurs would benefit the most from that.
Okay, well, let's figure out who the heck is on these Spurs.
Right, who's there?
All right, we got Dominic Barlow, Keita Bates Diop. Diop.
Huh?
I'm sorry if I bash your name, but moving on. Malachi Branham.
Again, apologize for the name.
Devontae Kakak. I'm sorry. That's how it looks. That's just how it looks. It looks like Kakak, but it could be Sakak at the same
That
time.
would be worse.
I don't know.
All right, anyways.
Zach Collins, Keldon Johnson, Trey Jones, Romeo. Oh, no, I had an extra R. Romeo Langford, Doug McDermott. I haven't heard that name in a while.
McDermott?
Yeah, Dermott. Dermott.
Huh.
You know, like I heard him play. I think he played for a different team.
I haven't heard any of these names.
Jacob. I'm sorry, I ain't.
Is that Jakob Pertl?
No.
Yeah, Pertl.
Pertl. That's how you say it.
Yep.
You sure?
Yeah. He played for the University of Utah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
It's
how
a
you would
weird
know.
name. Yeah.
That's how you would know.
That's how I would know.
Joshua Primo, Josh Richardson, Isaiah Roby, Jeremy Sochan, DJ Stewart Jr., Devin Vassell, Blake Wesley, Joe Weiskamp, and Robert Woodard II. So that's the roster for.
That's their roster.
It's a really young roster.
Sounds like a lot of draft picks.
Only the
that
oldest.
Have not been developed into.
Yeah, the oldest person on here is Doug McDermott.
How old is he?
30. That's the oldest.
Young team. So
yeah, this is a really young team.
So the Spurs will probably gain the most from that. They might rise to relevancy again.
Yeah, they just might.
Then you have to wonder how far will Russ take them. Obviously, he'll bring them. He'll elevate them. But how much?
Man, they got a really small salary cap too.
Maybe to the playoffs. Maybe.
Yeah, you know what? He's the only one that got the most money out of everybody in the. Okay.
It's like an untapped market for
Doug
Westbrook.
McDermott. Yeah, Doug McDermott and Josh Richardson is like the most because McDermott got 13 and Richardson got 11. Why? You know what? If I was Westbrook, I would go here. That way you can teach the young guards how to play, how you want them to play.
This is a chance to be a leader.
It's a real chance to be a leader, and also you getting a lot of money because
you can.
you based on what I just saw,
you got some negotiation.
You can negotiate a lot going to the Spurs, just based on what I just saw. So, but just based on that alone, you probably can go over there and make the most.
You, right? And it probably wouldn't be very hard to do that.
No. Does somebody just make it 13 mil?
13 million?
I think it's per game though.
Per game?
I'm kidding.
Whoa.
just imagine making 13 mil per game.
Man, I step on the court, cha-ching, done. I would take that deal.
I was just kidding.
I don't care what team it is. I will take that deal. I would go play for the Kings if I can get that kind of deal.
Yeah.
So that could be a good spot for Russ.
Mm-hmm.
Will Kyrie rejoin LeBron? That's the real question.
You know what?
I think their time in Cleveland was good together.
Yeah.
But I think Kyrie did not like the tight leash he was on.
Because
soon as he went to Brooklyn, he was pushed in Cleveland.
He didn't like the leadership that LeBron gave. That's what I believe. The leadership that LeBron gave, he didn't like, and because LeBron is like one of them guys like, hey, come on, we need to, you
start
get this.
Not doing what you need to.
Yeah.
Starts riding it.
And I think Durant is just like his own man, so
Durant just wants to play basketball.
Yeah, he's not that leadership mentality.
And as we saw in Brooklyn, he didn't step on the court very much. Kyrie.
No.
Partly due to COVID.
And that's gonna change at the Lakers if you go there.
Yeah, he's gonna have to get the vaccination.
I wouldn't say he had to get the vaccination.
Are they still requiring that?
I don't think so. I'm not sure. But I would say he probably won't have to get the vaccination. I'll probably say that he would definitely have to go to practices, and he'll definitely have to step up and play in the games.
Yeah, and you
And
can't be pulling no shows.
no,
And you can't be pulling any of those.
no, and also ain't no fighting. Most of LeBron teammates never fought. So
Did Kyrie fight this year?
yeah, he almost got into a fight with somebody from OKC.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah.
That would have been exciting. Fight. No, just kidding. But I do wonder that because for 3 years in Cleveland, yeah, I think it was 3 seasons. We saw what Kyrie can do. He showcased his talents, and people were noticing. They're like, "Well, this Kyrie guy is pretty good." And then he goes to Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah,
just drops off. He's still got the talent, but
yeah,
is he gonna give it to you, or is he gonna do something else?
Yeah, I think he should. I think Kyrie should have stayed at Cleveland and won another ring. Then they would have kept LeBron there, honestly, because LeBron carried them to the championship that year, but that's less stuff that LeBron would have to do.
Right, you can let Kyrie run the ball.
Yeah, but when you try to play that leadership role and you really have like everybody on the team younger than you and you the old guy, so that everybody look at you for like experience or whatever,
right?
And you don't know how to give it out, you need to go back to where you was.
Yeah, or just never leave in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like you can't just be with some. I think it was like that was like together for 3 years.
Yeah,
you can't learn a lot in 3 years.
Not from one person.
Not from one person. No,
it takes longer than that.
Yeah.
You can still learn something, but
you learn something, but you can't learn that leadership mentality within 3 years.
Yeah, you don't get that apprentice type role in 3 years.
I mean, yeah, you probably did it at the college and the high school level, but this is NBA, so.
Well, lately people have just been doing one season of college and.
What?
Trent and.
But you still got that one guy that's been there probably for
draft.
But you still got that one guy that's probably been there for like 3 to 4 years, and that's the leader.
Yeah. But like lately, not lately. I mean a little bit now. Like Kevin Durant, he played one season at Texas.
He ain't got that leadership mentality.
And I think it showed. There's a difference. I think when you have someone who has 2 or 3 college seasons, and someone who has one just standout season, and like you know what. It's the NBA for me.
Going to the league.
Done with this college stuff.
Yeah. And then for some of them, it's actually natural. I ain't just gonna write it off for like everyone, but for some players, it's kind of natural. But you also got to be around somebody that's already like that in the league, like in the NBA.
I still think that's. I think 2 seasons minimum should be the.
Like in the college.
Yeah, like you should at least have 2 seasons.
Well,
freshman, sophomore.
For me, look, if I have a child, if my son or daughter wants to do 1 season in college, I'm gonna tell them no. I'm telling them no.
You can't tell them what to do, but like, get a second season under.
Actually, I would be telling them to do the whole 4.
Whole 4, okay.
It's like at least.
Because I get the, like, if you have a high draft projection, you don't want to risk an injury ending that.
Yeah.
I understand that, but 1 season in college is nothing.
But yeah, then some of them go back. Like, they go to the league and they say, they're going back to college. But you ain't going to have, you're not really embracing that college experience like how you want.
Right.
Because you're trying to hurry up and go over here.
Yeah, slow down a little.
Yeah. That's why I said, like, I would do the whole... if I was there, I would do the whole 4.
That makes sense, yeah. If you're going to make it to the NBA, you're going to make it to the NBA.
Yeah, if it's meant to happen, it's going to happen.
And you can know. Once you reach a certain level, you'll know if someone's going to go pro or not.
Right.
If you know, finish college.
And plus, it's bound to happen. You're gonna end up taking somebody's spot, or somebody's gonna end up taking your spot. So, like, going to the league and rushing it, I wouldn't really rush it because of the fact of somebody's spot gonna get taken regardless of the position, no matter what. No matter
the position will be filled.
No matter the sport, at that, because somebody got to start.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'd have did my 4 years. I'd have came off the bench. I'm making millions coming off the bench.
So don't be a starter and go in the NBA as a bench player.
Yeah, I mean that's just me. Though. I'll start off as a bench player. Cause you can still get like 6-man, best defensive player, best offensive player coming off bench. You don't need to be MVP right off the bat.
Sounds better, rookie of the year.
I mean, would still be rookie of the year. Like if your 6-man scoring more points than the person that's starting.
If you're doing that, you're not the 6-man. If you're scoring more points than a starter, you're the starter. You're not the 6-man.
But no, okay. So when you put so when 6-man goes out there, usually it goes up against another the opposite 6-man at first,
right?
Until it gets like further into the league. Then next thing you know, everybody trying to get these wins to go to the playoffs. But when you see that 6-man go up against a starter, and next thing you know that 6-man is making more points than your starter, then yeah, you probably want to keep him on the court to be a starter. But me, I'd be like, nah, I'll just stay on the bench.
No thanks, coach.
No thanks, coach. I'll wait till next year.
But that could be your one chance. Nah. Like you tell your coach no thanks.
Well, no, because like if
it's like, okay, well I'm never gonna ask you again, and then you blew it. Now you're just a bench player, journeyman. NBA
I'll just be I'll still get all my accolades.
I don't know. You don't see bench players getting a lot of accolades.
No. Okay, if you're 7th and 8th man,
maybe I'm not understanding.
But so let's say there's always got to be a 6-man. That 6-man can be in the all-star game.
Yeah,
the dunk competition, 3-point shootouts. It can get all those accolades still as being a 6-man.
Yeah. Okay.
And so I gotta look. Shoot, I could have did something like we could have did something that never been done. Offensive player of the year or defensive player of the year as a 6-man. Just saying.
Maybe. Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, yeah, you probably get some. Your starter might get pissed off at you.
I feel like eventually.
Yeah, you're just gonna get really pissed off.
You can only do that for so long before the coaches are gonna say, "Look, you're not a 6. We're gonna start.
You're not a 6. We're just gonna we're putting you on the court.
We're putting you at the start.
Look. Like the coach goes like, look, I don't care what you want to do.
Once
you're starting.
Once you're at a certain talent level, you're not a 6-man. You be 4 or 5, maybe not 1, 2, or 3, but 4 or 5.
Yeah, you gonna be 4 or 5.
But you're not gonna be 6-man coming off the bench. Other people are gonna warm the bench for you when you need to rest.
Because it'd be funny. Cause just think of the headlines after that though. Because like the
6-man winning MVP.
Yeah, 6-man winning MVP. That'd be hilarious. But nah, that would put you in the starting lineup as soon as possible. So it sounds good. It sounds good.
It does sound good, but you can't hide talent. Not in the NBA.
Not that good.
If you have talent, there's a reason they're looking at you in the first place. They're not looking for people to fill the bench. They have enough people to fill the bench.
Only way I can see that happening is in football and maybe soccer. You can come off the bench like that.
Maybe. I don't know, but even then.
But
yeah.
No, I'm saying like you can be like I don't know how many people actually play on the field for soccer, but you can be that 12th man in football. And still get like a defensive or offensive player of the year.
That's true. There's a lot of awards in football.
Yeah.
But so Kyrie goes to LA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Someone's sitting on the bench because he's not going to be 6-man coming off the bench.
No, he'll be starting.
He's in the starting lineup.
Yeah. Who's behind Westbrook? Coming off the bench?
I
Damn it.
don't know.
I don't know. They was really bad, so I ain't really watched them.
When they got Westbrook, well, before that they lost Caruso, who was your solid
Defensive.
your hustle defensive player.
Yeah.
You lost Dwight Howard.
Mm-hmm.
After they won in the bubble. So as soon as they were awesome, they lost key players that made them the champions. Yeah. So, and it didn't work out with Russell Westbrook.
Yeah. It sounded like it just like the Brooklyn Nets. It sounded nice.
Sounded good on paper.
It sounded good, but you trying to put an alpha with a true alpha. It don't work out that way.
And it didn't take very long for James Harden to want out. He wanted out really fast.
Yeah.
Once he took off those rose-colored glasses and saw things how they were, he was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm gonna want to get out of here now."
But it just look to me. I just think if James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Westbrook, Serge Ibaka, if they all just stayed together at OKC, they'd have way more.
They could have become. Right?
They could have become. You know, that would probably been like headlines saying like they could be the next Bulls or something.
They could have become Warriors level.
Yeah, they could. You know what? They could have been. They would have been beating the Warriors.
Yeah. They
I don't think.
But you never know now.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be hearing about the Warriors right now if they were still together.
Not as much. I think you'd still hear about them.
No, I'm saying like you wouldn't hear about them like to the point of like winning the championships that they got and stuff. Yep. I was like, well, of course you're gonna be hearing about them because who gonna forget about Curry and Thompson and what's that fouling person name? Yeah.
That guy that looks for controversy.
You know that guy.
Actively seeks it.
But no, like for real, I wish that was the actual thing because I think they would have been up there, and they, you know what, they could have been one of those teams that had to be like, hey, we're here, and we're here to stay. But they just
give it more time.
Yeah, they didn't give it no time at all.
You lose once, but the patience is not there anymore.
The patience. The patience was there for the Warriors. That's it. Everybody else, Dream Team.
But this is not super teams are not new to.
No, they're not.
The 2000s. It's just they weren't called super teams before.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the difference. You had super teams, they just weren't called super teams.
I mean. Not because like you only needed like one player. Like, okay, let's get this player from over here. He's good enough. That player, then as you know, that player boosts like the team hired him before, but now it's like, oh, I gotta need 2 or 3, and it's just like.
And then you're running the salary caps.
Yeah.
So like, okay, Kyrie's not gonna want to take a pay cut to go to LA.
Now you gotta boost up the salary cap so you can get the player that you want.
Yeah, you say, hey, Kyrie's like, I want $80 million. Like we can't really do that.
Well, I ain't coming.
That's it. Yeah.
All right, $80 million right here, right now.
Somehow they find the money.
Right.
When they really
where does this money come from?
Wish I had it.
The only way I can see them like not hurting their cap. But at the same time, getting the person that you want is like, okay, we get you for $80 million, but you got to play for these certain years. I think that's where like the where it really breaks down.
Like a minimum amount of games per season.
Yeah, like you gotta play these games.
Because that was the biggest season. Like this last season. That's what everyone was saying. Was like, look, you want the big money, you got to at least play half your season.
Mm-hmm.
Because you only played like 29 games or something. You got 29 out of 82 games.
Majority, I would say you probably got to at least play like 56% or 65%.
Yeah, something. That's just crazy.
But yeah, it's just yeah. I don't know. Like I don't know. Uh, everybody wants a lot of money now. It's just greed. Oh, that's all I see. Don't nobody just want to play.
Yeah, but I mean, it's easy for us because we don't make that kind of money. So I take a $5 million contract sitting on the bench. Do you hear that, NBA? I will fill your bench for $5 million.
You can go try for Utah Jazz right now.
That's right. I'll be that fifth string person. I don't know. I will fill your bench for you for however, like $5 million. Yeah, that'd be cool. But different perspective.
Right.
I don't need any guarantee. Yeah. Anyways.
But no. But yeah, I just those things. I don't really, Oh, okay.
All right. So let us. Let us know in the comments what you guys think. Will it happen? Will Kyrie rejoin LeBron, or did he get too much freedom? And now he doesn't want to go back to that.
NFL training camp starting soon.
NFL training camp.
NFL is coming back, guys.
Seems like it's so quick.
We're getting old. That's what I said.
Time flies by when you're really old.
And
we're not that old.
I'm 72.
So spare your old comment.
Oh, God.
NFL training camp, yeah. What is San Francisco going to do with Jimmy G? Are they going to keep him?
Jimmy G's still up in the air. That's a good question.
Because here's the thing.
I think they're just going to keep him for this season.
I think they want to get rid of him, but they know they can't. Because Trey Lance, maybe, just maybe,
he's not
is a
ready
bust.
Yet.
He's a bust.
Trey Lance is not ready yet. Jimmy G, I think they're just gonna stick it out with Jimmy G for this his last year there. Then
is his contract up after?
I think so. But yeah, just do his last season there, then goes to a different team.
Yeah, I think they want to trade him, but nobody wants him.
Honestly, I would have thought the Seahawks would have taken him.
That was on the table.
Yeah, know what I'm saying? Like, I thought the Seahawks would have taken him. And they trade Russ for Garoppolo.
But no, they got Drew Lock.
I know.
Need to make another move and get rid of Drew Lock.
Yeah.
Trade him to San Francisco.
Or he could have went to the Falcons. He could have went to.
I thought the Falcons just extended Matt Ryan.
No, they got rid of Matt Ryan.
Oh, that's right. He was the Colts.
Yeah, Matt Ryan's at the Colts. Mariota is the starter now for the Falcons.
For the Falcons.
Yeah. Yeah, because yeah.
I would take Mariota over Locke though.
Garoppolo could have went to the Texans too.
Yeah, but he didn't want to do that.
Well, no, he didn't want to do. I'm just saying.
He could have. Yeah, you're right. He could have. Yeah. But no one wants to go to the Texans.
Nah, not at this point. Not after the season
Texans
they just
want
had.
out of the Texans. The players don't want to be playing for the Texans, but they're stuck.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's one of them things. Well, we could talk more about football next week.
Yeah, I think Jimmy G's stuck in San Fran
for now.
For this season, I don't think he's getting out.
All right, to this trivia.
To the answer.
Oh, you don't have to read that again.
All right. Okay. So the team that holds the record for the most points scored in a single season. If you guys know, you have the advantage of being able to Google. So.
The Lakers.
Wrong.
Wrong. I had a streak going.
Okay, it's the Nuggets.
Wait, what?
In 1981, the 1981-1982 season. The Denver Nuggets.
How many points?
10,371 points.
Wow.
If you didn't score that many points, you should have won the finals.
Gee, you should have won. Yeah, you should have won. Like
that's a lot of points.
You scoring that much, you might as well win the championship.
You should take the title home, but I don't think they did.
10,000?
81, 82.
110 or 10,000?
10,000.
10,000.
10,000 points.
And nobody got higher than 10,000?
That was it. That was the top.
Oh.
One spot.
There's been some really defensive games, man.
Of course, back then,
you know what?
81, 82, though, you know what? Even early 2000s, to score 100 points in a game was
tough.
It was not easy.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, wait, how you making that? How did you make that many points in the 80s, early 80s?
Right,
At that early 80s,
2000s, like when the Jazz had Darren Williams and Andre Karolinko, scoring 100 points in a game was a tough thing to do.
You know,
and now almost every game ends
you got
with
at least
both teams over 100.
Yeah,
at least 100. It's so common now.
Like if you're not making 100, you're not good enough to score.
You're losing if you're not scoring at least 100 points.
Mm-hmm. Like shoot. Hey, look, at this point, your goal is to make 200 points a game.
And there's I mean, but because everyone's shooting threes now. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Boom, 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 boom.
Like
boom.
your goal now is to make 200 points a game.
Would makes 12 threes. Thompson makes 10. Draymond makes 3. You're stacking up points real quick.
I would not be surprised if that's what we come to like years on in. Probably like in the next 10 years, we see people making 200 points, if not more.
Yeah, that's.
But the Nuggets,
the Nuggets
in the early,
right?
I can't wrap my head around it.
That's you would not guess the Nuggets in a million years.
10,000 points in a season in the 80s. Who?
I don't even know. I want to know who's on that team now.
Who, like, not even who was on the team. How was they scoring that many points?
How does Bill Chamberlain score 100 points without shooting a single three?
Well, that's easy. He's just passing the ball. Like he's tall enough.
Still, 2 points at a time. That's 50 buckets.
But you got to think about it. Will Chamberlain playing back then? You got this. The only person that can really go up against him is Bill Russell. So. Like
okay.
Like if you go against a garbage team, you know what? That's probably what he got his 100 points against. A garbage
like
team,
like the worst team in the league.
Yeah,
he's like, just pass me the ball.
Right, just pass me the ball.
Every time, pass me the ball.
You throw it up here. I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna put it in.
That's probably how. Yeah. All right. Well, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and enjoy the rest of your day.